Learning English through exercise. Number 10. Today we are going to study present simple. Number 1. He go to school every day. He is the subject, so we put he here. And the verb is go. He go to school. He go to school every day. Every day. He go to school every day. But the thing is, he is the third person singular. So he is third person singular, so we need an S. But in case of go, we need to put ES. So the whole sentence is going to be, he goes to school every day. He goes to. So you read this as goes to. You read the sentence as goes to. He goes to school every day. And number 2, I like swimming. So there's no problem. I like swimming. Swimming. I like swimming. So there's nothing to change. The only thing I want to tell you is the swimming comes from swim. The swimming comes from swim, and then S-W-I-M. When you make this gerund, you need to put ing. But the thing is, swim is one syllable word, consonant, vowel, consonant. So you need an extra consonant, swimming. I like swimming. Number 3, you play badminton on Saturdays. So you is the subject and play is the verb. You play badminton. Badminton. You play badminton on Saturdays. Saturdays. The subject is second person singular, so or second person plural. We don't know, and there's no change in the verb. You play badminton on Saturdays. And the next one, number 4. The class is the subject. The class. The class begin. Begin is the verb at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. And then the thing is, the class is third person singular. It. So we need an S. The class begins at 9 a.m. Begins at. So this part you read as begins at. Begins at. The class begins at 9 a.m. The class begins at 9 a.m. And number 5, they sometimes go to the cinema. So subject is they. And then frequency adverb, they sometimes go to, and many American people say go to the cinema. The cinema. I'm sorry, N-E-M-A. They sometimes go to cinema, and the subject is they. This is third person singular, so we don't change go here. So just like we wrote, they sometimes go to the cinema. We just say it. They sometimes go to the cinema. Go to the cinema. Let's read the sentences one more time. He goes to school every day. I like swimming. You play badminton on Saturdays. The class begins at 9 a.m. They sometimes go to the cinema. One more time. He goes to school every day. I like swimming. You play badminton on Saturdays. The class begins at 9 a.m. They sometimes go to the cinema. Go to the cinema. Number 6. She is the subject. She. And then love. She loved chocolate. She loved chocolate. CHOCOLATE. the thing is that she is third person singular, right? So she's the third person singular, we need an S. She loves chocolate. She loves chocolate. And number 7, we study French. We is the subject, and this is called first person plural, so we don't change the verb. We study French. We study French. And number 8, they live in London. So they is the subject, third person plural, so we don't change the verb. They live in London. London. They live in London. No problem. They live in. So this part, live in, you read as live in. I'm sorry. Live in. Live in. Live in. They live in London. They live in London. And number 9, he worked in a restaurant. He worked in a restaurant. He worked. He worked in a restaurant. Restaurant. He worked in a restaurant. And as you know, he is a third person singular. So we need an S. He works in a restaurant. And then when you read this part, you read as work, works, works in. No, works in a restaurant. He works in a restaurant. And number 10, Lucy play the guitar. Lucy play the guitar. The Guitar. Lucy play the guitar. And as you know, Lucy is she, third person singular. So we need an S. Lucy plays the guitar. Lucy plays the. So in order to pronounce this, read as play, plays, plays the. Lucy plays the guitar. Let's read the sentences one more time. She loves chocolate. We study French. They live in London. He works in a restaurant. Lucy plays the guitar. And number 11, we cook every day. Subject is we. And then this is first person plural, no change on the verb. So here we cook every day. We cook every day. So you don't have to change anything. We cook every day. We cook every day. Number 12, he is the subject and clean is the verb. He cleaned the house. He cleaned the house. House on the weekends. On the weekends. He cleaned the house on the weekends. And as you know, he is a third person singular, correct? So we need an S. He cleans the house on the weekends. He cleans the house. He cleans the house on the weekend. And number 13, I is the subject. So here, I like. I like reading. I like reading detective stories. Detective stories. Stories. I like reading detective stories. I is a first person singular, so we don't change the verb. I like reading detective stories. And let's go to number 14. You come from France. You is the subject, and this is second person singular or plural, so we don't change the verb. Say, you come from France. You come from France. So there's no change. You come from France. And then number 15, John and David. John and David. John and David. John is a third person singular. David is a third person singular as well. But this John and David becomes they, which is third person plural. So we don't change the verb. John and David often go to restaurants. Taurants. John and David often go to restaurants. John and David often go to restaurants. Let's read the sentences one more time. We cook every day. He cleans the house on the weekends. I like reading detective stories. You come from France. John and David often go to restaurants. Number 12. Susie study English every night. Susie is third person singular. Susie study. S-T-U-D-Y English. Susie study English every night. Every night. Okay. But as you know, Susie is a third person singular, correct? So Susie is third person singular. So we need an S. But this case, we need to change Y to I and put ES. So Susie studies English every night. Susie studies English every night. When the verb is ending with the consonant plus Y, you change Y to I and put ES. Studies. Studies. Susie studies English every night. And number 17, the train. The train is the subject. The train. The train leave at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. And as you know, the train is a third person singular, correct? So the train is third person singular. We need an S. The train leaves at 6 p.m. The train leaves at 6 p.m. And number 18, we go. We go to the park on Sundays. We, the first person plural, no change on the verbs. We go to the park. We go to the park on Sundays. We go to the park on Sundays, so there's no change. We go to the park on Sundays. And number 19, he liked taking photographs. So he is third person singular. So we need a change. So he liked. On this, we say he likes. He likes. And then he likes taking photographs. Photographs. This PH and this PH, they sound like F. Photographs. He likes taking photographs. And number 20, the moon goes round the earth. The moon. The moon go round the earth. The moon go round the earth. And then the thing is, the moon is a third person singular, correct? So the moon has to be, it is it. So we need an ES. The moon goes round the earth. The moon goes round the earth. Okay, let's read the sentences one more time. Susie studies English every night. The train leaves at 6 p.m. Leaves at. Leaves at. So read as leave. Leaves at. The train leaves at 6 p.m. We go to the park on Sundays. We go to the park on Sundays, no problem. He likes taking photographs. 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 The moon goes round the earth. The moon goes round the earth. Okay, number 21. Sam live in America. Sam live. Sam live. So Sam is the third person singular. So we need an extra S. Sam lives. Sam lives in America. Sam lives in America. Sam lives in. So read this part. Lives in and together. Lives in. Read as lives in. Lives in. Lives in. Sam lives in America. And number 22. They play soccer at school. So they is third person plural, so no change on the verb. So they play soccer. They play soccer at school. At school. They play soccer at school. And number 23, she worked with my brother. She is a third person singular. So we need an S. So she worked. She worked, but as I said, if the subject is third person singular, so we need an S. She works. She works with my brother. She works with my brother. She works with my brother. And number 24, we watch TV in the living room. So we is first person plural, no change on the verb. So we watch. We watch TV in the living room. Living room. We watch TV in the living room. And finally, my mom cook every day. So my mom is third person singular. My mom. So my mom is she, right? So we need an S on the verb. My mom cook. My mom cooks. My mom cooks every day. Every day. My mom cooks every day. My mom cooks every day. Let's go back to the first sentence. Sam lives in America. They play soccer at school. She works with my brother. We watch TV in the living room. My mom cooks every day.